Hello everyone, I'm Roy Dvir, the deputy from the Embassy of Israel, and I'm honored to have today Ambassador Ran Curiel, Senior Deputy Director General from our Foreign Ministry, who is visiting Copenhagen. Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
Maybe you can tell us first what brought you to Copenhagen and a little bit about the meetings that we had today.
Well, actually, we have quite an intensive dialogue with Europe as a whole, at all levels, at the ministerial level, but also at the professional level. And it's, as I said, it's a dialogue that in quality and frequency, I think it's an important one. It's important for Israel, and I think it's useful and important for Europe as well. So Denmark being part of the EU is not an exception. And I came here to have mainly a dialogue with my counterparts in the Foreign Ministry, but also in the Parliament. I think that in terms of topics, what we have and what my main talks in town today was around developments in the Middle East. I think we're talking about a region that is going through major transformation, which may affect all of us. Maybe the exception is that Israel is, or the singular thing is that Israel is on the border of this major transformation, and basically we went over, I would say, the different and quite serious challenges that the region is presenting, starting with Iran and ambitions to become a nuclear state, meaning acquiring nuclear weapons, the events in Syria that may have an effect on all of us, and other development in the region, including Egypt. And I must say that on most of the topics, I found that Israel and Europe are on the same page in terms of understanding what's happening and in terms of the need to address something.
Despite of that, we have many times a feeling in Israel in general and also in our foreign ministry that things that we see as obvious are not so well understandable outside, and Europe is not exception of that. Denmark also being part of Europe. How do you assess then after this day of visit Danish position in certain issues, and what can Israel do more in order to be better understood, both in the government sector and also in the public?
Well, we have a situation, I think, where between Israel and Europe as a whole, but also probably with Denmark, the issue that dominates the agenda is the Palestinian-Israeli issue. And I think that what was needed today, at least on my side, is to put Palestinian-Israeli issue within a context of many other issues on the region that Israel is faced. And it's not that Palestinian-Israeli issue is not important, it is important. Israel wants to solve it. I hope that the Secretary of State, the American Secretary of State Kerry, will succeed in terms of bringing the two sides to the negotiation table. This is essential and necessary. Israel is ready to sit down with no precondition and negotiate a solution. I would say a two-nation-state solution. But parallel to the Palestinian issue, there are, as I said before, other issues that are pressing. Israel is on the border of this developments, and I think that part of my day was devoted to put things in context and to present, I would say, a situation whereby it's not only about labeling products from settlements, but we, and when I say we, I think it's the West as a whole, the United States, the EU, and Israel have to address major developments in the region.
There is a lot of focus in Denmark and in other parts of Europe about settlements. We spoke about it before. According to your view, when we speak about the hopefully carries initiative now and our relations with the Palestinians, what is the real essence of this conflict that we might or need to solve before we actually approach the different issues?
Well, the essence of the two-state solution is actually a two-nation-state solution. We need to understand, both sides, that actually we are talking about a solution that will provide self-determination for the Palestinian people on one hand, and on the other hand, self-determination for the Jewish people in Israel, with full rights for minorities that will be non-Jewish in Israel. This is the essence. This needs a recognition on the Arab side of the right of Israel to exist as a state in the region. Sometimes the feeling is that Europe perceives the conflict as a conflict about territory on one hand and the creation of the Palestinian state on the other. It's not only about that. These are important elements, but we should not forget that before '67 there were no territories under Israeli control and there was no peace. So the equation is larger than just state and territory. And this need to be addressed at the negotiation table. We are not putting preconditions on that one. I think that settlements will be solved, the issue of the settlement will be solved as part of the overall solution. Once we have an agreement on borders, it's almost clear that there will be no settlements on the Palestinian side of the border. And I would say that it's an important issue, should be addressed, but it's only one issue among others that have to be solved. Recognition of Israel as a Jewish state, security arrangements, end of claims, and some other issues on the table. And one should not forget also that the Palestinian issue is only one issue among many others that unfortunately are looming in our region.
Well, definitely we have many things to discuss, but thank you for this. We had a short conversation. Ambassador Ran Curiel, Senior Deputy Director General in our Foreign Ministry. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.